on three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Grand Star Sports Network. Welcome everyone here to Tellico Plains in Tennessee. We're on the other side of the Cherohala Skyway. Kevin Hensley with you here on GramstarSports.com. Just on the other side of the Skyway, the road that connects Robbinsville and Tellico Plains. This game just added Monday, and we're glad you've chosen to join us here on this beautiful, and I mean beautiful, Thursday afternoon. Get our graphics and everything up going here in just a moment. First pitch of the game is going to be in the dirt, ball one, and we're starting a little early. First pitch was scheduled, and I say scheduled loosely, for 5 p.m. We're launching here this afternoon at 4:55, and here on the other side of the Skyway, the temperature is 61 degrees at first pitch. Zoe Schuler, the leadoff batter for the Robbinsville Lady Knights here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Pitch starter today for the Tellico Plains Lady Bears. We've got lineup cards and everything out here with us. We're just trying to get the ball rolling. Want to be sure and bring you everything on time, and they caught us off guard starting 5 minutes early. Starting pitcher today is for the Tellico Plains Lady Bears. That is Cadence Moses in the circle for Tellico. That's the Parkeers. Live, that one popped up. And maybe out of play. Is it caught? It is. Wow. What a play
for out number one.
For Skylar Day in foul territory. One gone. Schuler pops out to third base. And I'll bring up Suri Waddy. Thank you for joining us here, fans, from Tellico Plains. Bearings about us on the Gramstar Sports Network. Waddy pops up into the pine trees behind home plate. Beautiful facility located just behind the school here in Tellico. Way upstairs. And outside. Waddy to be followed by Sophie Roberts, who are in the top of the first inning. Waddy takes that one on the outside part of the plate. That will make the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Miss Waddy, the second baseman for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. Strike 3 call. Waddy is struck out looking.
Round number 2.
How about that?
Up next, 33.
Wind is whipping through here this afternoon. Sorry about that. Not much we can do to control Mother Nature. Hopefully it will die down once the sun dips behind the clouds. It's going to be a chilly evening. First pitch to Sophie Roberts will miss 1-0. Roberts has been a nice addition to this Robbinsville lineup this year. That's the first games in a uniform for the Lady Knights. And that one is going to catch the outside part of the plate that time. Ball one, strike. Your head coach Billy Knight shouting some words of encouragement. 1-1. Roberts will foul it down the third base line. One, two on the way. It's going to be popped up foul behind home plate. And conveniently enough, where we're located here on the other side of the Skyway, we have our very own cow pasture behind the field. So somewhere Todd Odom just played the moo sound that he plays at home all the time at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. Todd's not with us here tonight. That one will be flown out to deep center field, and it is out of here. Well, that one was shot off the bat of Sophie Roberts. I told her before the game that she was well due to have a big game here after missing these last few home runs, and now Roberts will step into home plate after hitting home run number 5 on the season. Robbinsville leads 1-0 here in the top of the first. Center field where camera froze up on us, so I apologize, Soph. We missed it. First pitch to Memory Frapp will be in there 0-1. Frapp, a senior for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. She's no slouch to plate herself. That one in the dirt and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. She'll fell it right behind her to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball to first base. And they'll get it as a 3 unassisted. That will do it. We'll be on top of the ball, fans, when we come back for the bottom of the first. Sophie Roberts has homered, and the Robbinsville Lady Knights hold a 1-0 lead here at Tellico Plains. Welcome back to Tellico Plains, Tennessee. The Skyway rivalry starting to heat up in between Robbinsville and Tellico Plains. Of course, the Black Knights traveled to Tellico Plains to begin the 2024 season. Just 2 years ago, the basketball program had a home away tilt with the Bears, and now softball has picked up the trend here in Tellico Plains. Kevin Henson with you on the Gramstar Sports Network. The pitcher inside the circle, first the pitch to Skylar Day will be in there. 0-1 is Naomi Taylor. Taylor has emerged this year, as she is a junior, of course. Kind of touted Memory Frapp as the team's ace, if you'll have it. But Taylor has been getting most of the starting nods this year. This is her 7th start of the season. She is 4-0 with a 3.75 earned run average. Last night, the Lady Knights were on the road in Asheville, played the AC Reynolds Lady Rockets versus the pitch. That will saunter just a little high for the umpire's liking. Rossville led 8-7 in the bottom of the seventh at AC Reynolds last night. Aubrey Treadway, a senior for the Lady Rockets, launched a 2-run walk-off homer to break Robbinsville's home last night, 9-8. In the final, that one goes into the outfield. Nice work. So that's what you do. You lead off persons on base. Let's see if the Tellico Plains staff can keep it up here on GramstarSports.com. Single by Skylar Day into center field. Day thought about going to second there and changed her mind. She's at first base. Meanwhile, at the plate is Taylor Rose, the center fielder, from first. Will not be there in time. She's safe here in the bottom of the first. And that one popped up. And I believe Skylar Day is hurt over at first base. Just off camera, we were going to switch over there, but we are not going to do that now. She crumpled after going back to the base and just screamed in agony. And the Lady Knights are out up inside the circle. We're not going to show this. Miss Day is in a lot of pain. That's not what you want to see, and we will step aside while they check on Miss Day here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Back live from Tellico Plains, Miss Day has finally been helped up and off the field. Not looking too good, maybe an ankle injury. We're not quite sure what happened from our vantage point way out here in left field, but that's what it appeared to be, that she tacked the bag and just planted her foot the wrong way. Hey, it can happen. Cleats only can do so much. So it'll be 2 outs. Down as a double play, 4-3. And now Bella Wright, the second baseman, will step up for Tellico Plains here in the bottom of the first. Get everything reset here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Skips into the dirt, ball 1. And the pitch. He'll rope it. Right to Waddy. Throw to first will be in time. That's going to do it. So nothing doing here in the bottom of the first for Tellico Plains. They get a leadoff runner on, but get her out on a double play. We'll go to the top of the second. It is 1-0 in favor of the Robbinsville Lady Knights. Stay with us, fans. Top of the second, as we're back with you from Tellico Plains here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Liz Carpenter, the right fielder, leads off and swings at one high, and that makes it 0-1. Carpenter comes into today's game batting .348 this season. She's doubled and plated 3 RBIs. And she golfs that one just over the head of the first baseman. It is in foul territory. Well, they're going to get the camera switch for that. And we're glad you have joined us here on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. If we could just get this wind to die down, it would be pristine here in Tellico Plains. The 0-2, and Carpenter chops it foul down the third baseline. But she's still alive as a result. Robbinsville entered this week at a 6-0 record for the year and has faced some stiff competition. Inca visited Robbinsville on Monday, and Carlin Presnell just pitched a gem and shut down Robbinsville. A few runs in the bottom of the 7th were not enough for a rally bid. A pair of errors. It ended up being an 8-4 Sugar Jets victory. Robbinsville had defeated Inca March the 7th in a 16-11 slugfest in Kendler. And, of course, we mentioned last night the trip to Asheville that did not turn out the way we hoped for. And Carpenter strikes out, so she battles through the bat and cannot get the Duke. That is strikeout number 2 on the day for Cadence Moses. She'll actually be leading off for Tellico Plains in the bottom of this inning. Freshman third baseman Presley Kaler steps in. And she swings and misses. Count is 0-1. Kaler starts off the year with a .318 average. She has also doubled, and she's driven in 2 runs. A lot of hype around this young lady after she moved up to the high school ranks. 1-1 count now on Miss Kaler. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good heat being delivered here by the sophomore pitcher, Cadence Moses. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. She chased one upstairs. That is 3 strikeouts now. And here's Draylee Webster. Webster hit a home run yesterday. That's her second of the season. Batting .214 this year. She has 5 RBIs. And that one misses away. 1-0 for the freshman catcher, Presley Kaler. And that one pops right in the mitt and into the zone. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. And good swings and misses. Ball 2 strikes. Moses is mystifying the Lady Knights so far here in the ball game. Roberts made that connection. That's about all the offense generated so far. One ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that will do it. She strikes out the side here in the top of the second. Bottom of the inning coming up. It is 1-0. Robbinsville Lady Knights in the lead. And welcome back to Tellico Plains. Kevin Hinson with you here on the Gramstar Sports Network. It is 1-0 Robbinsville thanks to a Sophie Roberts home run in the top of the first. And that's all we've seen so far from either side. Cadence Moses has already struck out 4 Lady Knight batters today, and she leads off here in the bottom of the second inning. Taylor can replicate the same outing. She has no strikeouts so far, but it was an unusual bottom of the first, and we just hope and pray Scholar Day is okay. She fell in a heap over at first base and was unable to look off the field under her own power. This is bottom of the plate. Counts 2 balls, 1 strike if we've got it right on our side. to 3-1, and, well, the end result. Moses walks to begin the bottom of the second.
The DH, Callie Yates Mator.
Here's Callie Yates Matoy. She is going to be your DP today. It's a DP in softball, of course. DH in baseball. First pitch is going to be popped up. And I know he makes the play over in center field.
Up next with 1 on and 1 out. Catcher.
We'll bring up Jagger. She is the catcher for the Tellico Plains Lady Bears. Sophomore. Snap third to first. Good idea by Wood. That would make much of a difference. So you're hanging out over at first base. She'll scramble to second. Easy peasy. Still up on the wild pitch. Bears have a runner in scoring position. Second. How about going to get away as well to third? Both Hughes. Oh my. Control issues. Oh my. Back-to-back wild pitches. And Moses is at third. Here's the pitch. Ziegler will rope it into right center field, and that's where it will land. Scoring is going to be Miss Moses. We're tied here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
Brings home Tellico's first run.
We got a single.
Left fielder, Sydney Scott.
And the batter is Sydney Scott. She is the right fielder.
Pitcher now running at first base, number 32, Tilly Shaw.
And Tilly Shaw has stepped in as the first runner for the catcher at first base. 1 on, it's still just 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That one's going to be grounded into the hole. And over at second, they tried to get the short out, and they did. They got the fielder's choice. Scored that 4-2-6. Sheila right there to cover it. 2 gone now, but... Oh, I beg your pardon. Wow. Thought she jogged off the base path. My apologies. It's an infield single. And Zoe Schuler has actually asked for a bit of an appeal with the home plate umpire because, like everyone, thought she was out. Let's see what the ruling is going to be. She is out. Well, we'll get it all sorted out. It'll all come out in the wash, as they say. And here is Tellico Plains' Abby Ware, not to be confused with Miss Ware in Robbinsville. 2 outs, and 1 still on for Tellico after the fielder's choice. Sydney Scott hanging out at first base. Count 1-0. Game is knotted up. Here's the pitch. Outside, snap throw to first. And she's back in time. 2-1 the count. Beautiful facility here in Tellico Plains. Chopped right back where it came from. Throw to first will be in plenty of time. It's a pitch more or less. That will do it. 1-3 comebacker will erase the Bears in the bottom of the second. But Tellico scores a run on a pair of wild pitches, and an RBI single will go to the third. Fans, it is 1-1, and you're watching the Grimstar Sports Network. We're back for the third inning here in Tellico Plains. 1-1 is your score here on GrimstarSports.com. Ella Atwell, the left fielder for the Lady Knights, leads off and looking to make some noise here against Cadence Moses, who delivers her first pitch to the plate. High ball to right field. And actually caught in shallow center, excuse me. 1 out. And here's Anna Williams. Williams is her first career home run on Monday. Into the hole. Williams still safe, so she dropped it in center field, and now Williams reaches. Back-to-back bloopers. That runner for 2 on. First pitch to Schuler as we're back to the top of the lineup card is fouled back. Fans think we're back up and running. Sorry about that. Not really sure whether you're in a drum tones, but we're back up live here on the Grimstar Sports Network. And that one goes all the way up to the fence. And we've got some issues here on the field. Atwell's going to be tagged out at home like a sitting duck. They'll try to get a double play. Williams will scamper home either way on the throwing error. So they get Ella Atwell. Williams scores. Schuler is at third. So make sure we get this right. It's a single. Atwell is out 2-5, and Williams scores on the throwing error. That makes it 2-1 Robbinsville. Schuler is still at third. Waddy takes strike 1 here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Waddy will pop it up and out of play. What a massive pile of confusion as we try to keep the ball rolling here on the Grimstar Sports Network. Robbinsville has pulled back ahead 2-1 over the Lady Bears here in the top of the third. Outside, count runs 2 balls and a strike. So he's Schuler, as you see in the right side of your frame, hangs out at third. And a swing and a miss. Waddy strikes out. That's her second strikeout today. And here comes Sophie Roberts. Roberts hit the home run for Robbinsville in the top of the first. Schuler still at third. And that's 2 outs now for Robbinsville in this half inning. They're going to walk her. Probably a good call. Intentional walk issued to Sophie Roberts. They're going to try to instead take down senior memory frap, and that might be a costly decision. As frap makes them pay for this at bat here. 2 outs and now 2 on. They're on the corners. Roberts is on base instead of taking a courtesy run, so today. Riley Webster is the backstop. She is catching Naomi Taylor today. A little bit of a change up with that, as Roberts has been Taylor's catcher all year. Frap fouled that one to the backstop. Upstairs and away. Count goes to 2-1. Robbinsville's final game of the week. You're watching it live here on the Gramstar Sports Network. No action tomorrow, it being Good Friday, and of course the Easter weekend ahead of us. But April Fool's Day will take Robbinsville to Tuscola, so look at taking a little lengthy road trip against some non-conference opponents. That look included, however. Robbinsville returns next Tuesday to host Andrews. That'll be a return to conference play. It's a weekly series, with the Lady Wildcats. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field, and it will be snagged. That will be out. Number 3. Fans, Robbinsville has pulled ahead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. We are your exclusive home for Lady Knights and Black Knights athletics all year long and beyond. Glad you have joined us here on this Thursday afternoon for softball action from across the Cherohala Skyway. First pitch will pop out of Webster's glove. The batter is Meredith Linder. She's the left fielder. I beg your pardon, Miss Linder is she is the left fielder. Sorry about that. Swing and a miss. One in the dirt. And be interesting to see who bats for Skylar Day here. This would be Day's spot in the lineup, but as you saw, didn't see because we didn't want to show the injury on camera. Day collapsed in a heap over at first base in the bottom of the first after getting a leadoff hit for the Lady Bears. Lady Bears show a 3-1 record on Max Prep, so we don't want to speculate if that's accurate or not. Sometimes these Tennessee programs are not as updated as North Carolina schools use Max Preps. There is one game earlier this week that has not had a final score put in just yet on the system. Fly ball to right field, and I mean it was absolutely blistered. And Linder will lead off the bottom of the third in a good way, if you'll have it, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. So Linder on as we go back to the top of the lineup card. Like I heard jersey number from here. Sorry about that. It is Taylor Chapman that is going to be filling in for Miss Day at the plate. Now playing shortstop, of course, for the Lady Bears. One on and nobody out here in the bottom of the third from Tellico Plains. That one misses. Meredith Lindman at first. chopped. Foul behind the plate. Got his 1 ball and 2 strikes. Interesting shadow effect going on right now on the field. First pitch. Swung on and missed. I think corrected. Now it is 2-2. My apologies. You got half of the infield and outfield, of course, blanketed by the Suns' positioning right now. No, that was strike 3. I don't think Chapman was prepared for that either. Thought it was a 1-2 a moment ago. Here's Taylor Rose, Jr. for Tellico Plains. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low and in the dirt. Line. Mittens still at first here in the bottom of the third. The atmosphere here at Tellico Plains, similar to what you see at Robbinsville. There's the 1-0 who's going to drop in there. Nice change up from Taylor. 1 ball, 1 strike. Field sits right below the parking lot. And you're able to, of course, line fans up around the perimeter as a result. You'll get bird's eye view. 2 balls and a strike as that one misses outside. And that one is going to be in the dirt and to second base goes the throw, but she will be gunned down. How about that? Throw by Roberts to erase Lemon. Caught stealing. That's pretty rare in softball, I'm not going to lie. Now, with no one on, Taylor can breathe a little bit. Off for the pitch. It's going to be outside, and it'll miss. For ball 4. Ella Wright will look to build on the Tellico rally bit here at the bottom of the 3rd inning. There's back on after just one game drive. Going straight to Suri. Waddy, thank you very much. That was quick. Couldn't get the camera over there. Waddy takes the liner and we'll go to the top of the 4th. Robbinsville in the driver's seat at the moment. It's 2-1 Lady Knights. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. And we will step aside for just a moment. No better view than the one right behind me, fans? You gotta love the cow pastures, gotta love the scenery, gotta love everything about the other side of the Cherohala Skyway. It's a 53-mile drive from Robbinsville across a beautiful area in West North Carolina and, of course, Eastern Tennessee. That drops you right here at Tellico Plains High School. Welcome back here for the top of the 4th, and you are watching the Gramstar Sports Network. Just wanted to thank you guys personally for joining us for our telecast of Lady Knights softball here in Monroe County, Tennessee. Carpenter will lead off here in the top of the 4th. And you see our sponsor loop that plays in between some of our breaks here on the Gramstar Sports Network. You can become a sponsor anytime throughout the year. Of course, we stream from August through May, and you can reach a lot of viewers. We keep weekly, monthly, and yearly sponsorship packages available. Grounded to 3rd, throw to 1st. Will be in time. Carpenter's down. 1 out. 5-3 put out. And Presley Kaler will look to get one into play here in the top of the 4th for Robbinsville. Knights lead 2-1. Sophie Roberts homered in the top of the 1st. And in an absolute flurry of what in the world is going on in the top of the third. And Williams scampered home, made it 2-1. Fouled back out of play. That one drops into the field behind us. It's coming from Moses. Popped up over third base. Play made. Rose makes it out of play in foul territory. And if I hadn't switched to the wrong camera angle, you might have been able to see it. My apologies. 2 outs. Here's Draley Webster. Webster struck out in the top of the second. Hey, at least this time around, fans, the same 3 suspects that struck out 3 in a row in the top of the second are not doing that here in this inning. They've at least put the ball in play. See if Webster can continue the trend. Every little bit helps if you're the Lady Knights wanting to extend their advantage. I think you learn in this sport, no lead ever too safe. Line drive catch in left field made by Sydney Scott. That's all she wrote for the top of the fourth. We'll step aside. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Cadence Moses, and the Lady Knights still lead here on the Gramstar Sports Network. It is 2-1, and we'll step aside. Bottom of the fourth, as we're back live from Tellico Plains. Kevin Hensley with you here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Now, Taylor's still in the circle over to your left for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. And pitcher Cadence Moses looks to lead off for the Bears. Here's the first pitch of the inning. It's going to be low, right around the shins. Ball 1. Foul back to the net. Webster cleans it up just out of our purview. That makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. I think we got our internet issues resolved. We've dropped off a couple of times, and we're very sorry about that. I think we had it cranked up a little too high on our bandwidth. That is totally on me. My apologies. Hopefully we'll stay connected this time around. That one drops in the dirt. Weren't able to pick up the Tellico Plains Wi-Fi out here at the softball field. And we had a mobile hotspot that wouldn't connect before the game either, so we're bringing it to you the best we can as that one is upstairs and away. 2 balls and a strike on Cadence Moses. Fans, pick up a copy of this week's edition of the Gramstar. Included is the 2024 Spring Sports Preview. You can meet teams from all over Western North Carolina. That one will be chopped into play. Throw to first will be in time. Waddy to Memory Frapp, and that's out number 1. Also included in the Gramstar this week is the ever-popular Easter Babies contest. 33 little cuties have made their way onto the back page of the Gramstar. And you can have your copy now. You can cast your vote now. Just go grab an edition, and something tells me that the Easter Bunny may have extras in case that's needed. Chop foul. Another one chopped foul. How about that? And almost to the exact same spot right in front of the Lady Knights dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout for Naomi Taylor. That'll draw some adulation from her teammates. Callie Yates Matoy will sit down. 2 gone. Bottom of the 4th. Jagger Ziegler will step in now. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Ziegler responsible for the only run so far. RBI single in the bottom of the 2nd for Tellico Plains. How about another strikeout? How about the end of the 4th? Back-to-back Ks for Naomi Taylor. She's getting settled here in this one, and Robbinsville is more than happy to see it happen. It's 2-1 as we head to the 5th. You're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. The top of the 5th is upon us. It is still a 2-1 ball game, and it's in favor of the Robbinsville Lady Knights. And if you're watching us, it's probably because you're a Robbinsville Lady Knights fan. If you're watching on behalf of Tellico Plains, welcome. We're glad you have joined us this afternoon, and hope you enjoy our broadcast from your home turf here in Tennessee. 8, 9, and 1 holes due up for Robbinsville here in the top of the 5th. It'll be Ella Atwell, Hannah Williams, and at the top of the card, Zoe Schuler. The first pitch is going to drop into the outfield. It'll be reeled back in by right fielder Taylor Chapman here on the Gramstar Sports Network. A little bit of the scenery back here behind us. Leadoff hit for Atwell. That's good to see. Here is Anna Williams. Got to bring her around. First pitch will be bunted, but it'll be bunted foul. Count is 0-1. High ball left field. And hung up in the dirt. Rose makes the play. Can't believe she snagged that ball. Wow. Lost in the sun. Immediately fans the sun right in my eyes. I am so sorry, Miss Rose. Good play out here in left field. 1 out. Atwell will have to stay put at the plate. You see Zoe Schuler has stepped in to try and help out the cause here. 1 out, 1 on for Robbinsville. Fly ball hit to right center field. That'll split the gap. And Atwell and company can run for days. Atwell's going to stop at third. Schuler at second. It is a 1 out double for Zoe Schuler. And that will summon Suri Wadi to the plate. Or as I keep saying, Watley. Hey, I think Sasha just corrected him. Yikes. 1 out, 2 on Waddy has struck out both times she's appeared at the plate today, and, well, I'm not going to lie, fans, that's not usual for her, to say the very least. Puts the ball in play. That one she takes outside, ball one. Grounder will get through the infield. And Atwell will score, as will Schuler. How about that? How about a 2 RBI single for Surrey Waddy? Well, there you go. That's the way to get the monkey off your back, so to speak. 4-1, Robbinsville. That one's going to get behind Ziegler. To second goes Waddy on. We're going to score that a pass ball. Roberts will careen the ball down the left field line. And that's a very active dugout. Outside. Counts 2-1 on Sophie Roberts. Sorry, Waddy at second base. One out here in the top of the fifth. Robbinsville's got a chance to really blow this one wide open. Lady Knights have led the entire game. Game was tied at one point, but Tellico Plains never attained the lead. Robbinsville pulled back ahead and has stayed ahead ever since. Scored first. Batter at the plate hit a home run in the first. Roberts looks at that one on the outside part of the plate. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Sophie Roberts. That is ball 4. Roberts held her swing back. Good job. Good discipline. And Memory Frapp will try to get him home. Waddy is second. Roberts standing behind the first baseman from our camera angle. And Roberts actually tags out. Ella McGuire has came in to pinch run. Late we go. Here's Miss Frapp. Strike, says the whole plate umpire. Late call, but he threw the clutch up nonetheless. 0-1 on Memory Frapp. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, it looked like she was going to turn and try to fire back to second, and watched Waddy back to the bag. Low and in the dirt on Memory Frapp. And Frapp with a golf swing in the right field. It's a fair ball. How about that? Wow. I thought that ball was foul. I am deeply sorry for not panning the camera around. Holy moly, 2 runs score. Frapp with a triple. Wow. 2 RBI triple from memory. Frapp. Robbinsville up 6-1. Carpenter will try to help pour it on. More vantage point, and I'll be honest with you, with the sort of lethargic jog that Chapman made at that ball, I thought the ball was foul and she was just going to retrieve it. Frapp with a 5-iron will get 2 runs home. Fly ball to center field. And tagging up and coming home will be memory Frapp. Sacrifice fly out will get the RBI and get another run home. It's 7-1. And base is empty now for Presley Kaler. 2 outs, nobody on. And she swings and misses at 1 upstairs. Led off of that one upstairs, good eye. And a quick discussion now. Looks like Ziegler and Moses looking to get on the same page here. Maybe a couple of missed signals. Laying out its dugout, starts humming the Jeopardy theme. That 5-second mound visit. Alrighty then, here's the pitch. Right down the pipeline. Kaler took it all the way. I believe that makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, excuse me. Kaler chops that one into center field. And how about Presley Kaler with a 2-out hit for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. Big inning for Robbinsville. Riley Webster will look to continue the fun. Six runs home on, if I'm counting right, 5 hits. Yes, 5 hits in this inning so far for Robbinsville. Webster upstairs and outside. She'll take it. And that one fouled off. That Coach Billy Knight said he liked that cut. Webster's had a couple of good cuts this year. She's homered twice. Her first ever varsity hit was a grand slam against Copper Basin a couple of weeks ago. And, of course, she homered just last night at A.C. Reynolds. Right at the knees. Strike 3 called. So, not this time around, but Webster will get it figured out before the year is over. Robbinsville played 6 on 5 hits and leaves 1 hanging out at first base. We'll go to the bottom half of the fifth. It's now 7-1 Lady Knights. Back with you for the bottom of the fifth in Tellico Plains. It is 7-1 now after a huge a 5-run inning for the Robbinsville Lady Knights on 5 hits. And Robbinsville in the driver's seat now for sure, giving themselves a lot of breathing room. The Lady Knights. First pitch to left fielder Sydney Scott will disappear into the, well, here in the south we'll call it the creek. It's the stream behind the home plate. Counts 0-1. Misses away. Webster's going to have to go pick it up. 1-1 now on Sydney Scott. Fly ball to center field will drop. Anna Williams will reel it back in. And Abby, don't spell it W-E-H-R, Ware is at the plate. Pops in there. 0-1. Thank you once again, fans, for joining us here from Tellico Plains, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. To Waddy. Double play attempt. Wide of the bag. Frapp can't wrangle it. It will be a fielder's choice 4-6. Meredith Linder will now step in. First pitch to her is going to get a little bit of piece of it on the ground. Swing makes it 0-1. And a very defensive swing by Miss Linder. Like she was trying to use the pitching wedge. I don't have any word on Skylar Day's condition, but the way she crumpled over at the bag at the bottom of the first did not sound good or look good. To third. Kaler can't handle it. Throw across the diamond will be super duper late. And it'll be an error on Presley Kaler. And we may have a courtesy runner coming in now. Here's Aubrey Lewis. Lewis to be batting. Brianna Lewis, a senior for Tellico Plains. Be batting in the... She may be the flex. Let's check that just a moment. No, she is not. My apologies. Be batting where Skylar Day was at. Taylor Chapman batted there in the last trip through the order, so Tellico starts over again in the 1 slot with Aubrey Lewis. Lady Bears have 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th. And just 1 out for Robbinsville's defense. Zip back to the pitcher. Webster with a threw a runner out today already, so builds her confidence up, of course. And Webster tried to frame it, could not get the call from the home plate umpire. Fouled back. She got a piece of it, did Miss Lewis? And strike three called. That will sit down Miss Lewis. 2 outs now. Only the second strikeout today for Naomi Taylor. And Taylor Rose is going to try and make a difference here. Bears had to make a lot of defensive changes with Day's injury. Day was the starting shortstop. Rose was in center field. Chopped foul, 0-1. Meredith Linder was in left. Sydney Scott was in right. Those two just simply swapped out for a moment. That one just saunters in there. No call made by the umpire. In the dirt. No call again. 3 balls and a strike for Taylor Rose. To Waddies. And she gets the shore out at second. And the fielder's choice 4-6 will end it for the 5th inning. So the Bears strand not 1 but 2 here in the 5th inning. We'll go to the 6th. Robbinsville leads it 7-1 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. We go to the 6th here from Tellico Plains High School live on GramstarSports.com. It is Robbinsville and Tellico Plains softball here in late March on this Thursday evening in Tennessee. Welcome back, everyone, to the Gramstar Sports Network. And we are in a new inning, and we'll take you to the plate as a result. First pitch hit to right field and caught to Abby Lewis. 1 pitch, 1 out. Put the ball in play, but that's all she got accomplished there. And Williams will step in. Zoe Schuler on deck. Like the Tellico Plains Bears, the baseball team had the game this afternoon. It was not against Robbinsville, so I'm not sure who they hosted. We're getting their field set up at near the entrance to the campus here in Marlboro County. Swing and a miss. And another swing and a miss. Williams hacking, but can't make contact. Fly ball to left field. It's going to drop. She can run for a while. Cut off man hit. I'll get it right in a moment. Double for Anna Williams here on the Gramstar Sports Network. See Anna Williams hanging out now at second base. Here's Zoe Schuler. Double for Williams. Boy, she is a speedy athlete. Another one of those multi-sport threats. Pops the mitt, 0-1. Williams hangs out the bag. Just a stone's throw away from Highway 411, a major artery here in the southeastern United States. And Schuler is plopped with a pitch. I mean, right square in the back. And now here's the situation behind Cadence Moses. Surrey Waddy is the due batter for Robbinsville. 2 on, 1 out. Ella Atwell flew out on the first pitch of this inning to right field, and then Anna Williams doubled, and of course you just saw Schuler hit by a pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's trouble. Lost her behind the plate. Runners advance on the wild pitch. Outside. Bose is trying to overcome some control issues here in the 6th. Coach Sharon McKinnon keeping a close eye on things. For Tellico, fly ball to right field, and she can run for days. Waddy's going to get a triple. That can't be right. Come on. What is life right now? Sorry, Waddy. I'm sorry to be laughing about that. Waddy is kind of an inside joke, not really known for her speed. But she got a 2-run triple here. After striking out in her first 2 plate appearances today, she has doubled and tripled in 2 runs apiece for 4 RBIs. And Robbinsville comfortably ahead now 9-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Second time today, Sophie Roberts has drawn an intentional walk. Emery Frapp will now bat with Roberts at third. I beg your pardon, Roberts at first, Waddy at third. They're going to check her out. She's going to hang out at the bag and run this one out. Well, McGuire subbed for her last time. First pitch will go to second base. Double play. It's going to be late. Run scores. Waddy is in on the fielder's choice. Waddy makes it 10-1. And I'm not quite sure what the run differential rule is in Tennessee. Forgive me for my ignorance on that, but 2 outs. Shot to center field, and it's caught. Meredith Linder will make the play and will go to the bottom of the inning. Robbinsville plates 3 more here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Stay with us, fans. Bottom of the 6th is upon us here in Tellico Plains, Tennessee. Robbinsville with a cozy 10-1 advantage here on the Gramstar Sports Network. We say no lead's too comfortable, but the way things have been played out today, kind of hard to argue one way or the other, right? First pitch popped up to Waddy, and she made the play. Just out of our camera view, we couldn't get over there quick enough. One pitch, one out. And Cadence Moses looking to make a difference. And throw back to first. Will not be in time. I thought Waddy made the catch there. I guess it's just off her glove. Rounding back to Taylor, throw to first. Fielder's choice will erase right. And Yates Matoy will step in now, designated player for Tellico Plains, one out. And throw to second. Be just a shade late. Rounder to second base, throw to first. In time, that moves the runner up. One on and two outs now here in the bottom of the sixth. The scheduled batter is Jagger Ziegler, the catcher. And she will step up here in just a moment. At third, in your camera on the right side, is Cadence Moses, the pitcher for Tellico Plains today. Robbinsville finally cracked her code after a strong first couple of innings. That one goes all the way past Webster to the backstop. Mose just hangs out at third. As we apologize for being a little delayed on getting our camera moved around the way we wanted to. We are trying something experimental today. I'm not going to lie. We're trying to program a camera to go to different camera angles. Moses may be in trouble here. She'll scamper back to the bag. That one also gets away from Webster. Been a wide pitch there by Taylor either way. We're having to run it solo again today, so no one to move the camera for us. We can push a button and try to get it there, but it's also dependent on the response time, and we apologize. We're trying to bring you this game on the road today and make this a special event for these Lady Knights and all of you Lady Knight fans. And hey, if you're a Lady Bear, we're glad you're with us this afternoon. And it's a 4-pitch walk for Ziegler. That puts him at the corners with 2 outs. Sydney Scott will be the batter. Tilly Shaw has stepped in to pinch run for Ziegler. I got the network fixed again here, and I think they got the lineup card fixed on the field, so some spotty Wi-Fi today, and we apologize. to right field. And the catch is made. That will end the inning. We'll go to the seventh. It is Robbinsville 10, Tellico 1 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Please stay with us. Welcome back, fans. Top of the seventh. It is 10-1. It is all Robbinsville at the moment. Sydney Adams leads off for the Lady Knights here on the Gramstar Sports Network. This one drawing to a close here on this Thursday evening in Tellico Plains. Adams puts it up, fouls it back to the net. I see who they've got out of the dugout. I believe that is Olivia Lewis that has grabbed a bat as Billy Knight starts to empty his reserves, try to get them some playing time. Live ball always productive. Adams swings and misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I'm not even going to predict the due up order here in the seventh with Adams in and Lewis due up next. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Robbinsville Middle School's softball and baseball program off to a great start this year. We haven't talked enough about it here on our telecast. We've talked about it a lot in the Grand Star. If you're not buying the paper, we don't really know how to help you. You got to pick up a copy to get the latest news anyhow. Why not? Upstairs, Adams has worked it full. The Lady Knights at the middle school level are off to a 5-0 start. The Black Knights are 4-1. No games this week, and no games next week, and no games the week after that. That's right, it's 3 weeks in a row that the Robbinsville Middle School program has off right in the middle of the season. That could be a game changer, but let's hope they can not get too complacent with the lack of playing time. It'll be practice time, I'm sure, for most of that, but a couple of variables. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Here's the offering. Foul down the left field line, hard, I might add. Sydney Scott will scoop it up here in foul territory right below us. This week was scheduled to be games against Martins Creek. Well, the Martins Creek Lady Hornets did not field a softball team this year, and it was thought that the Hornets would. First the pitch, ball 4, Adams draws a leadoff walk. Good work. And after the schedule was set, Robbinsville found out that Martins Creek, in fact, did not have a team for baseball, so that gave them the week off as well. Next week is the middle school's big trip to the coast, so they won't even have enough players around to play games. Nothing is scheduled because of that, and the week after that in Graham County is spring break. So the next game back for the middle school will be on Tuesday, April the 16th. Lewis tried to bunt it, but she did so in reverse, 0-1 the count. How appropriate, we're talking about the Lady Knights middle school program. Lewis's mom, Anna Stewart, is the head coach of the middle school Lady Knights. Ella Atwell is on deck, by the way, so sticking with that batter at least here in the 7th. Another bunt attempt, another one goes foul. Lewis is just trying to move Adams to second here. He understands her role. Lewis, a fun player to have around, very good for team chemistry. She's a junior this year. One of those great young ladies that plays multiple sports for Robbinsville High School. Here's the pitch. Inside, and that's strike 3 because she bunted the first 2 foul. 1 down. Here comes Ella Atwell. Candace Moses still in the rubber, or on the rubber, for Tellico Plains. Upstairs. 1-0 on Ella Atwell. Anna Williams stands in the on-deck circle, so it looks like that's the only 2 subs we'll see for the time being. here in this lopsided affair from Tellico Plains. Now, I will say this, with this game being picked up this past Monday, I mean, I literally found out about it as we pulled up for the Inca broadcast Monday afternoon at the school, and I think the softball team just had confirmed it right before that, as a matter of fact. We do not know if there's a return game in the cards. We know the Tellico Plains Bears scheduled a game against Robbinsville to open the season for the Black Knights baseball team, and there is no return game taking place at Robbinsville for that, so we don't know if the Lady Bears are going to trek over the Skyway and return the favor or not. Hopefully. Love to see this team again. And a little bit of chicanery over at second. That was a odd set of circumstances there. I believe that was a strikeout throw to first to erase Atwell. She was thrown out on a dropped third strike. Adams goes to second. 2 outs. Anna Williams will look to bring her in. It is 10-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. As we mentioned, next week, Tuscola on Monday, Andrews Tuesday and Thursday, and then it will be spring break. But that's not going to stop the Lady Knights. Set of games scheduled for college campuses during the week of spring break. It'll be a Monday affair. First, the pitch. Fouled. The game Monday at Western Carolina, that's on April the 8th, is against AC Reynolds. That is technically Robbinsville's quote-unquote home affair with the Lady Rockets. And then 2 days later on Wednesday, they will travel to Young Harris and host Copper Basin. Just like Copper Basin will be the home team on that game. Swing and a miss. And Williams down to her last strike here in this ball game, barring an absolutely incredible rally by the Lady Bears. And she gets a hold of that one to left field. Sydney Scott will make the play. That's going to do it. Adams draws leadoff walk and gets no farther. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Last chance for Tellico Plains. It's 10-1 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Robbinsville, Tellico Plains softball coming your way here on this very, very bright and beautiful, yet now getting very windy and chilly Thursday afternoon here across the state lines in Tellico Plains, Tennessee. Hey fans, Kevin Hensley once again. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us here this afternoon. Again, we will work on telecasting the Tuscola game on Monday that we've been hyping up. But while we're here in Tellico Plains, I want to give a special shout out to Chris Brandon, that is the athletic director here at Tellico Plains High School, for letting us set up shop here at left field and hoping that you're enjoying our broadcast. But we couldn't make it possible unless the, of course, host school agrees to it. So on behalf of myself and the Gramstar, we want to thank you for joining us today and making this telecast possible, did Mr. Brandon. Naomi Taylor is looking to finish a complete game. A one-run affair is all that Tellico Plains has produced. That was an RBI single by Jagger Ziegler way back in the early part of this ball game. There were just a couple of punch-outs today. However, Tellico has squandered a couple of scoring opportunities. Taylor has kept them at bay otherwise. Batter, by the way, Abby Ware, first baseman for Lady Bears, leading off here in the bottom of the 7th. Inside pitch pops out of Webster's glove. Grounded right past Waddy. Boy, she tried to get a beat on it and could not get the glove on it. Liz Carpenter there to back her up. Or that a hit for Abby Ware. That was a hard hit ball. Meredith Linder, the center fielder, will now bat with Ware at first. Hey, we always like to say every rally starts somewhere, right? Has to. Instructions being given out to Miss Linder for this at bat. And that one's going to be grounded right through. Sydney Adams will field it. She hits the cutoff person, Zoe Schuler. So, pair of hits. Avi Lewis will look to build on the momentum. Tellico Plains trying to salvage what they can here in the bottom of the 7th. Low ball 1. Nobody out. 2 on. Those would like to say the Bears can make it a little more respectable here in the closing moments of this game. Or anything crazy. Let's got this one. They will improve to 7-2 on the season. Tellico, as far as we know, will drop to 3-2. Depends on if Max Preps is accurate or not. Times like this, I wish more availability was made for Georgia softball, but Georgia plays softball in the fall. Really could throw some interesting variables in the mix. Get some fresh eyes. Robbinsville wants to play. Was trying to take off, but after getting a piece of it, back to the plate she goes. Taylor gets her orders. Colby White calling pitches today for Robbinsville. Between third and home. In front of Webster, she stopped it, but she's not going to be able to stop the advancement of the runners. That one in the dirt. Call that a passed ball, I believe. Oh, it was a wild pitch. My apologies. Taylor's offering. Swung on and missed. Blew it right by Avi Lewis. That's the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 7th. And Taylor Rose will take her hacks here in the bottom of the 7th. Holding chance here. Runners at the corners. Apologies for the wind. We had a field mic hooked up and we cut it off because the wind was just beating it to death. Throw across the diamond from Ella Atwell at third base to first. Will erase Taylor Rose. That's 2 outs. And Bella Wright is the last hope and prayer for Tellico in this one. Chopped hard back to Schuler to second. Ball game is over. That will do it. Robbinsville comes across the Cherohala Skyway and delivers a 10-1 defeat to the Tellico Plains Lady Bears. We thank you guys for joining us this afternoon for our broadcast. We'll be back with you hopefully on Monday to bring you action from Waynesville as Robbinsville takes on Tuscola If not, we'll see you guys next week for Robbinsville baseball. We'll be broadcasting Tuesday's home game between Robbinsville and Andrews in baseball action at Loudon Orr Memorial Field. And don't worry, we'll have the Lady Knights back on very soon afterwards. On behalf of Gramstar Sports, I'm Kevin Hensley, wishing all of you a great and wonderful and absolutely blessed, because we all are, Easter weekend. Up three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Gramstar Sports Network.